Those who made the ultimate sacrifice being honored this Remembrance Day here at Prospect Cemetery for the annual sunrise ceremony. This happened here in the veteran section of the cemetery for the 92nd year in a row. Pipers led the march into the early morning ceremony near St. Clair and Lansdowne as a crowd of young and old watched on.
But when it's cold and it's wet, you just have to remember the young Canadians that had to endure that year over year for us to be able to be here today.
The ceremony was started in 1928 by members of the Ladies' Auxiliary who would place poppies on each veteran's grave on the morning of November 11th. That tradition kept alive by sisters Marjorie and Betty, who placed the flowers on their father's grave this morning.
Our father was in the First World War and World War, and we wanted to be here and to, as they say, for the service for all of them.
Sarah wiped away tears and kissed the headstone as she left a coffee and a scone at the grave of her great-great-grandfather.
He was a lieutenant in World War I. His name was Frederick Charles Hunter, and he fought at Passchendaele. He was on the front for 2 years. I found this picture in a museum because unfortunately the only picture my family had was lost. So I hunted this down in a museum and brought it back to the family. But this is his son right here, Harmon Hunter, and he was a tail gunner in World War II, and he also survived. Yeah, he was awarded a Ruby Caterpillar because he successfully jumped out of the plane that was going down, but he rescued the pilot as he was doing it. So, true heroes.
Mayor Tory was among those who laid wreaths at the Cross of Sacrifice.
A lot of young people here too, and I think it is such an important day for us to remember not just wars a long time ago, but there are things going on in the world today that I think this is an important day to think about that and think about how blessed we are.
The Maple Leaf Swansea branch of the Royal Canadian Legion hosts this ceremony on the grounds where more than 5,000 war dead are now buried.
Never forgetting the cost already paid for the peace we enjoy.
Tammie Sutherland, City News.